人はいつかそれに名をつけた
Are you certain that you weren't hurt anywhere, Rune? Rune rose and stood on her 2 feet, without a single scratch on her in sight. I'm okay, Miss Ritana. Trust me, I really just tripped over myself. There's no way she could have walked away from that. I'm serious. I'm totally fine, Miss Ritana. I mean, just look at me. Hey, you 3 over there. Missy, may I have a word? Huh? Just set my neck back there. I would have been halfway up on the heavenly hearse by now if it weren't for you. Please, I didn't do a thing. If there's someone you should thank, then thank Rune over there. Me? Why me? I didn't do anything either. I was just nearby when I tripped and accidentally pushed this gentleman out of the way. Does Rune honestly expect me to believe that? You look awful familiar, Missy. Hertuan took several glances at Rune. That can't be right. The new brew must be getting to my head now. Forget I mentioned anything. In any case, I owe you Missy's my life, and if at all possible, I'd like to return the favor somehow. Would you at least grant me the pleasure? That's not necessary, sir. Seriously, the gesture's enough? Wait just a moment, sir. What's that on your shirt? Crowley's apparel? That's right, Missy. The name's Hertuan Crowley's. I'm the 2nd generation owner of Crowley's apparel. I suppose you are. Well, in that case, this works out perfectly for us. How so, Missy? Well, Mr. Hertuan, Rune explained our predicament to Hertuan. And so my friends here need some less eye-catching apparel. If they could get a whole new set of clothes, they'd be totally set. That's all you need from me? Well, look no further. Leave it to old Hertuan. I'll tailor you both up nice outfits better than my old man ever could. Follow me to my humble establishment. Wait, we're going over there now? I like repaying my debts while the night's still young, Missy. Besides, the longer you 2 go without normal clothes, the worse off you both are. No? In a manner of speaking. How is he going to tailor new attires for us when he's still drunk? I'm in the mood for tailoring tonight. I don't care. I don't even care what I'm doing it right now. Who knows, I might start second-guessing myself when I'm sober in the morning. I'm telling you right now, I'll be driving myself batty, wondering why I'm even working. May you stay inebriated then. You mean it? You're really gonna tailor new clothes to fit us tonight? You betcha. I owe you all my life. Tailoring new gowns is the least I can do for my saviors. Holy crap, looks nice. So now, say teal then pink. Ritana, looky. The fabric feels so nice on the skin. Oh, this is... Wow, you 2 look great. Hell yeah, it does look like it. Of course it's great. Who the hell do you think I am? I'll say, I'm still speechless. Hertuan really tailored attires made from fine fabrics for us. I tailored them to be as plain and simple as possible, but I used the very finest silk fabrics I could find, so they might glimmer and shimmer more than you were hoping. Hertuan stole several glances at Selfine, clearly taken aback by the quality of his craft. Wow, this silk fabric's so soft and smooth. You graced the fabrics themselves, Selfine. You were born to the most beautiful and brilliant couple of all of Rex and Heidi. You're only ever at your best when you're wearing the finest things life has to offer. If anyone would dare say otherwise, I would personally see to their silence. Excuse me, Miss Ritana, was it? Yes, Mr. Hertuan? How do you like your outfit? I can't say it's the most original color palette I've ever tailored up. Black on black with a shade of gray. I know you both need to operate incognito, but I feel the color combination doesn't do your beauty any favors. A little snip here and a bright seam there would really go a long way. Thank you, but I am content with this attire. Black clothing has a tendency to better siphon mana from mana streams. Once siphoned into the clothing, a mana crafter may better utilize mana dosing in order to ascertain the volume of surrounding mana. In a duel of Battlecraft, the mana crafter with the darker clothing will always have the advantage. They'll know where to douse for mana should their own supplies ever be depleted mid-duel. As absurd as it may sound, the attire of a mana crafter will make or break them in a duel that calls for Battlecraft. I can't say I've met a pair as peculiar as you two before. Nobody's considered cloaks fashionable for at least 30 years. You think so, Mr. Hertzwan? I think the cloaks look lovely on them. Well, I suppose I could agree with you there. In fact, that might actually be helpful to know. I think I like it. I just needed a lovely pair of girls to model them for me first. Now, I can see the potential. Potential? For what? The potential for a comeback, me dear. Trends are ever moving in the world of fashion. If folks see you beautiful girls waltzing around with those cloaks, it's sure to set a new fashion trend, or revival for a vintage look, in this case. Haha, I suppose that is one possibility. True. Maybe. I haven't felt so fulfilled by my work in the longest time. Thank you for rekindling my passion. No, Mr. Hertzwan. Thank you. Anytime. We are grateful for your assistance, but weren't you celebrating your servants from the store? Was it alright of you to raid your former employer? Oh, don't worry about that. Whatever my old man says. He says in the heat of the moment, it never sticks and I've learned to let it go. What happened this time around? He said something so absurd it made me second guess what I actually heard. It's not something you ever say to anyone, much less to your own son. The family business, huh? Been there, done that, but moving on was never easy. What did he say to you? He told me not to drink while I'm on the job. I second the sentiment of your wise father. And your father is absolutely correct. I was busy tailoring suits and gowns for a close friend's wedding. Could you blame me for making merry over a joyous occasion? That still doesn't warrant drinking on the job. Hey Hertzy, how are you doing, eh? The big bastard didn't mess you up too bad, did he? Oh, nah, he didn't. Sorry, but could you all excuse me for just a moment? Hertzwan made his way through us and began conversing with the gentleman and his female companion. Hey Ratana, this silk sure flows smooth along the skin. Indeed. That must be the engaged couple that Mr. Hertzwan was talking about. They look so happy together. Hertzwan spared no expense and used the finest silk fabrics in his store to repay his gratitude to us. The quality of these garments may even surpass the woven materials of my royal guardian attire. I wonder how much 2 outfits of this quality would cost us if we had paid for them out of our pockets. Ha. Ha ha. What's the meaning behind that awkward laugh? Well, I snuck a peek at the prices for the fabrics Mr. Hertzwan used. By the foot. Oh, and what's the total, if you don't mind me asking? Well, I think it's better if you don't ask. I really think it's better that you don't know. Was the total about as high as a Class 3 sediment stone? What kind of clientele is Hertzwan tailoring clothes for? Sorry about that, missies. It's no problem. Was that a friend? In a way. He's a drinking buddy I only ever meet at Ivo's Tavern. He was there earlier tonight, too. Hertzy, hon? I heard you picked a fight with someone at Ivo's tonight. Is that true? Did I pick a fight? Did I ever pick a fight, dear? Hertzy, hon, don't do that again. You worried me half to death. You don't have to worry about me. Hertzwan passed by us once more and began conversing with the lady this time. Oh, if you say so, Hertzy Han. Don't make that face, dear. Let's hit up Ivo's next time. Just the two of us. What do you say?
Heck no.
Heck no.
Well, if it's just the two of us, I could make an exception.
Really? Then feel free to stop by anytime, and we'll go for a drink then. The lady left her swan company after the last word. Sorry about that again.
You sure are a popular person, Mr. Hertzwan.
I can assure you, I didn't become popular by choice. We're the only tailors in all of Kadia, and when you've been in my line of work this long, the impassable boundary between ourselves and the client vanishes real quick. Hertzwan swirled a mixture of spirits in a small glass before inhaling them. Mr. Hertzwan, have you not had enough to drink for one night? We wouldn't want you to awaken with a hangover. Hangover, schmangover. It's all a part of the job. And it just so happens to be a habit of mine to drink myself into a stupor, especially after a hard day's work. So, what you're saying is that inebriation in excess is all a part of the job. You betcha, Missy. Every town's gotta have a memorable class act. Kadia's no different, you know what I mean?
I am not sure I follow you, Mr. Hertzwan.
Kadia might be a friendly fledgling city, but it's full of physically and spiritually exhausted folks. On the outer pole, you think you can expect to have a constant shortage of mana and non-existent mana streams. It's a fact of life that we've all come to accept. But we get exhausted hearing news about mana-borne illnesses or mysteriously vanishing mana streams day after day. Are the mana streams vanishing from the outer pole, though? The thought hadn't occurred to me until now.
If I recall, I think I heard something about that the other day. It's very disconcerting news to all outer pole inhabitants.
That's just how it is. That's why we need a class act around Kadia to keep what's left of our happiness and laughter alive. I don't mind being that class act, so long as a drunk tailor can keep people laughing.
Mr. Hertzwan.
Yes?
I really believe that you are the class act that Kadia needs.
I ain't nowhere true class act. I'm still the drunk village idiot of Kadia, as far as I'm concerned. Hertzwan tilted his head upward proudly as he spoke. Anyways what? We'll always have the true class act to thank for these clothes.
Are you being serious, Miss Alpine? Dead serious, Rune. Dead serious. Oh, and the agriculture and farming communities are just thriving back at home. That's incredible. I know, right? I wish we had something like that. Who wouldn't? I wish I could have seen both of your homelands. Everything sounds so wonderful there. Why would you ever want to leave such a great place to travel around the world? It sounds like paradise there. Well, things happened. I didn't happen to trigger some sort of bad memory, did I?
For the time being, I can only say that we're not traveling around by choice. We're trying to return to our homeland, and every second spent here is another second lost.
I had no idea. I'm sorry for being insensitive. It's okay, Rune. There's no way you would have known. I've only ever heard stories about the continent of Sane Adrizda, but from what I recall, it's a long ways away from the outer pole, isn't it?
A very long ways away. We're practically on the other side of the planet from San Adrizda. Curses. The journey home will be a difficult one. We are bound to encounter other nations and territorial leaders hell-bent on expanding and reinforcing their own lands. It's a chaotic time to be traveling. I'd like to cover as much ground as possible right now, but the reality of our situation does not allow for it. We are novices in terms of traveling. We are without a way to find our bearings or a proven path leading homeward.
Wouldn't that mean that for the entire day, I distracted both of you from making any progress on your journey home? Of course you didn't.
It's as my lady says, Rune. It's because of you that we even made any progress preparing. Without you, we would have neither supplies nor any significant remaining gallows.
Ratana's right. We would have been completely lost around Kadia without you. We're thankful that you even decided to guide us at all, okay? Thank you both.
Maybe.
Thank you both again for letting me take you around Kadia today. Thank you for offering to guide us. We really appreciate what you did for us today, Rune.
I share my lady's sentiments. I would like to extend my gratitude to you as well, Rune.
Oh, I know. Rune, come over here for a sec.
Oops.
Come over for a second. Yes, Miss Elfine? Visceral.
Visceral?
It's a handshake. Where we're from.
The rugs and hiding variant of a handshake. Visceral is done by locking the thumb and pinky finger onto the recipient's hand. Well, of course it's like handshake. Except I saw there was a pinky in the middle of the ring finger. Yeah. While wrapping the remaining fingers around the outer palm of their hand. That's some weird pictures. Rune instinctively mimicked Selfine's handshake and unintentionally learned of the handshake of our homeland.
Good job, Rune. What's the meaning of this?
Visceral is an Adristian phrase that means best of luck to you. It's performed as both a manner of greeting and parting.
Miss Ratana, the element of luck is involved with every new encounter and every fond farewell. That's the full definition of the phrase. Where we're from, the phrase is always uttered whenever someone greets another or parts with them. Miss Selvine, I want you to both know that this has been the best day of my life. Your kindness brings me to tears.
Please, Rune, there's no need for tears.
Visceral, Miss Ratana.
Visceral, Rune. I shook hands with Rune while uttering our regional phrase. It doesn't take much to make Rune cry, does it? The dusk sky has darkened into a hue of blue now. We can walk you halfway to your destination, Rune.
Yeah?
Yeah?
That won't be necessary. Thank you, though. Nobody in Kadia would ever think of doing anything mean or unpleasant to me, like kidnapping. All jokes aside. Yes? Would you both be leaving Kadia tomorrow?
I believe that's our tentative plan for the time being.
I guess it is. Why do you ask? I was hoping, if it's possible for you two to stay until later in the evening? No, afternoon. Could you two please stay until tomorrow afternoon?
Oh, maybe. We shall see.
Ratana, are you still awake?
Wide awake.
What's the plan for tomorrow?
Are you worried about Rune's request?
There's something I'd like to give you two at that time.
I don't think she's tried anything malicious to us by now. I've observed her actions all day, and every action she takes seems to be out of genuine sincerity.
She is genuine, Ratana. I know you always struggle to learn to trust people, but Rune is different.
Everybody's an untrustworthy in my eyes, my lady. My charge as your royal guardian demands that I view all with an indiscriminate eye.
I know. I wouldn't expect any less of my childhood companion and best friend. Still, I wonder what it is, exactly, that she wants us to have.
Then I take it, my lady. Would you like to prolong our stay in Kadia until Rune's requested meeting time tomorrow?
Of course I would, Rune. Rune's the only friend we've ever made outside of Ruxenheide. Who knows if we'll ever see her again?
I thought as much. Rune is a very peculiar person, but the sincerity about her is a much welcome rarity. I share your sentiments, my lady.
Who wouldn't? I'd love to return to Ruxenheide as soon as possible as well, But how severely would our journey be impeded by staying in Katia by a few more hours?
Were it not for Rune, I would have to insist on our immediate departure for one irrefutable reason.
Being?
In the outer pole, our dependence on the non-existent mana stream severely hinders our chances of survival. The infinitesimal volume of mana flowing through this barren continent only exacerbates our predicament.
I've noticed, Ratana. That's how they can justify attacking on all those numbers for a simple class 3 settlement stone here.
Indeed. More importantly, are you feeling unwell in any way, my lady?
Unwell? I suppose. I'm just feeling a lot more exhausted than usual. Our little trip around the entire city didn't help.
That's not what I meant.
It isn't?
Walking around the city has certainly taken a toll on our stamina, yes? But I am referring to the exhaustion stemming from mana deficiency.
What?
I do not know if it has anything to do with the adaptation of living without mana on the outer pole. But this exhaustion from our inability to siphon mana is akin oxygen deprivation.
That definitely doesn't sound good, Ratana.
Mana deficiency only serves to hinder our progress, but at the very least, it isn't life-threatening. What will be excruciatingly painful is the adaptation of our bodies to siphoning less and less mana.
Is living on a smaller supply of mana really that bad?
Do you think it's possible for us, my lady? The mana streams on this planet may have forsaken this continent, but that isn't necessarily the truth for other continents. For people like ourselves, who have only ever known a life centered around mana, we must depart for another locale that can only support on our way of life. Knowing that mana is the only means of sustaining our lives, why do you think the people of the outer pole choose to remain here?
I don't know.
Leaving is not an option for them, and it will never be.
Why not, Ratana?
While we were raised on San Adrista, a continent rich with thick mana streams, our bodies adapted to living with a certain volume of mana to survive. In our current predicament, although we will suffer from mana deficiency while on the outer pole, we will not die. But that cannot be said for the people of the outer pole.
Why not?
The volume of mana humans may store within their bodies is dictated between their 6 and 9 months of life. Depending how rich and thick the mana stream near that individual is, their maximum volume of mana will be established during those 3 months. The human body's natural response is to always attempt to siphon that maximum volume of mana from the terrain. But for residents of the outer pole, who were not exposed to as much mana as we were early on, their maximum volume of mana is near to non-existence. Now, imagine if someone from the outer pole were to venture to San Adrista. The surrounding mana would attempt to permeate their body. To that person, the mana would be treated as a completely alien, foreign, invasion substance that cannot be retained.
So, like a poison.
Indeed, people who cannot retain mana naturally will suffer from the mana shock syndrome, which slowly destroys their body from within.
But isn't there a way for them to adapt? Not even to the slightest volume?
At the present, people who haven't been exposed to mana from birth have little chance of natural mana retention. This explains the lack of migration from the outer pole to other continents. To the people fortunate enough to have been born in territories with ample mana streams, the miracle of mana is one that they will prosper from. However, the same cannot be said from the unfortunate. The mana shock syndrome is akin to throwing a saltwater fish into fresh water and expecting it to swim. That is the one irrefutable reason for why we should leave the outer pole. The sooner, the better. According to the general rule of thumb, our bodies will begin feeling the full effects of mana deficiency within 5 days. That is the time we have left to leave the outer pole from home, or at least another continent with ample mana streams. The longer we stay here, the more at risk our bodies are to adapting to living without mana, turning us into permanent resident of the outer pole. Are you still certain you wish to delay our departure until tomorrow afternoon, my lady?
I'm certain.
Then the matter is settled.
I wanted to write to Rune once we return to Ruxenheide. I wanted to invite her to visit our kingdom and experience our culture for what it is. If only if it weren't for Monarch syndrome, I could have invited her over. Correct?
Indeed, my lady.
Then our meeting tomorrow will be our last. We owe her that much, at least. We may have only known her for a single day, but we managed to overcome cultural barriers and become friends with her. What kind of queen would I be to my people if I couldn't even bring myself to treasure the bond between myself and a single person? Forgive me, Ritana. I know what I'm asking is selfish and dangerous.
Nonsense, my lady. Your wish is my undying will, from now until the end of time.
Thank you, my good friend.
Please. Your sentiment is mine to share as well, my lady. We owe Rune a final farewell. Fret not, my lady. Your words are the only ones I shall ever heed, my queen.